Hey guys, welcome back to Paradise on Pennies. So relationships with a traveling nomad, how are they? And what's it like living with your wife 24 hours a day? Well, the long story short is it's amazing. It's the best life I ever could have imagined. We've been getting a decent amount of comments about how we do it and how we don't kill each other and how we don't drink all the time, and people telling us that it'll never last and that's not reality, and all sorts of comments that are just really kind of catch us off guard, and we're not sure how to respond to them. So I guess that's all I'll try to. But we just think they're really weird, considering I don't know. We've been married. Well, I guess we've been together for literally this whole time. We've been on the road for 5 years now. Been married for or been together for like 7. So it's been awesome. I don't understand why people have such a hard time believing that we like spending time together. I'm like, isn't that the point of being married and being together? So I guess the 24-hour thing kind of freaks them out, but it's been awesome. Like, she's my best friend, and I wake up every morning and she's right there, and I'm excited, and we get up and we go do whatever we want, and we go out and hike and swim and play with the dogs and cook and make videos. It's just been it's an amazing lifestyle. I think a lot of people just get in over their heads too fast, and they start living on the road or with somebody that they're not really comfortable with, and then pretty much when you live on the road, you have to be, because you will learn every single thing about the other person, and you'll learn it pretty quick. So if you're not comfortable with whatever, going to the bathroom or dealing with your period or just talking in general or being around the same person for that long, then it's probably not going to work out too well. Unless you got a big RV and you can go kind of hide in the bathroom or all these other things where you have different rooms. But we just are in a truck camper, so we're pretty much always together. And we were in an SUV, so we were always together. So there's no secrets anymore. But it's a fantastic way to live. Like, like I said, there's no secrets between us, because everywhere I go, she goes. So there's nothing to like stress out about when people are like, "Oh, who are you texting?" or "Who are you talking to?" It's like, well, she's always right beside me. And then we only have one phone anyway, so it's almost impossible to sneak anything anyways if I wanted to. But it's amazing. It's such a joy to find somebody that you love so much that you don't have to worry at all. Like, you know that they're always going to be there. They understand you, and you can talk to them about anything. It's amazing to find that kind of relationship. So if you're going to want to do van life or anything, which I would suggest just in traditional life, like, make sure that you find the right one first. And you'll know when you know it, when you find the person, because you can just be really simple. And that's the joys about us, because we live super simple. We don't have the luxuries. We don't have a shower. We don't have a toilet. We don't wear makeup. We don't drink. We don't have all these kind of buffers that kind of can disguise you as different things, or that you can go hide in. And we're down to the bare minimum. Like, we don't shower for a couple weeks, and we're both okay with that. And she doesn't wear makeup, and I love that. And there's just like a lot of things that a lot of people, I think, are not okay with, but they're just trying to kind of impress everybody else in society. But once you get out into the real world like this, like, it doesn't matter. Like, nobody cares if you showered today. And especially when I'm only around her, like, she doesn't care. Like, she knows. She's been living with me, so she knows what I do and what I don't do. So once you get to that level in a relationship where you both don't have secrets at all, and say they still want to be with each other, it's like the best feeling in the world. And then on top of it, I think the main thing is to kind of make sure you both match on the same kind of beliefs in the world, your main like goals in life and things like that. Because I think a lot of people relate on like smaller level things, like favorite sports team or favorite drink or whatever like that, and then they kind of click on that, and then once they realize who the real person is, they're like, oh, well, I didn't really like that attribute, but I like that she likes the same sports team. So you gotta relate on the same base level. So like for me and Heather, it's like we both love nature. We both love being simple, and we both love dogs and hiking, and we love love. We love being with somebody that actually loves us back. And so those are like our main things that we relate on. And once you relate on that, all the other little things, whatever, sports teams and drinks, that really doesn't matter. That doesn't change who the person is. So as long as you relate on this base level, it's an amazing thing. And I think a lot more people need to kind of wait until that right person comes along in order to get married, or just to be best friends. And I think that's a major thing, is you need to be best friends before you get married, and then you learn a lot about them, instead of having the whole relationship part kind of get in the way of it. But marriage really doesn't change anything. Nothing changed once we got married. So it's been an amazing journey so far, and I'm glad. I didn't really date anybody before, so I was like, this has been an awesome. I was so glad I waited. I was like, I knew what I wanted, and then I just waited until I found it. But you need to go chase your dreams, and whatever makes you happy, go do it when you're single. And then as long as you're doing what truly makes you happy, that the other person, as long as they follow their dream, will be there. Because obviously I liked hiking, so I moved to Colorado and I went hiking. And then I met Heather, and she moved there from Florida. So it was just like this random chance. Like, and if I wouldn't have followed my dreams and she didn't follow hers, then we never would have met, and this never would have happened. So it's crazy. So hopefully a lot more people will kind of hold out and wait for their best friend to arrive, instead of just kind of settling with somebody. Because I think a lot of people in the cities are kind of costuming, and they just kind of wear what they want other people to think they want to wear, and makeup. And then once you get married, then all that kind of goes away, and then you find out who the real person is. So if you want to really figure out who the real person is, yeah, go for van life, or go live in the car for like 10 days. I always thought that'd be a good test before people got married. So go test it out, and then you'll find out who the real person is, and what they're like with no cell service, and no running water, and no cell phone, and all these things that people like kind of cling to. So then you actually get to talk and find out who they are. But I wish they'd implement that. That'd be a good rule. But anyway, so that's my take on that. Living on the road with a girl full time, it's awesome. As long as you're best friends, it's the time of your life. I can't imagine doing this with anybody else, or any other thing in the world. This is the more than I could imagine when I was younger. I never thought I would be 30 years old and living in a car, and married, but this is way more of a dream than I ever could have imagined, and this is a great life. So get out there, do what you love, find the person you love, hold on to them, spend as much time as you can with them, travel, explore, love. It's the best thing in the world. It's heaven, guys. Go out and enjoy it. See ya.